I was browsing Facebook Marketplace and found another weed eater. Let me show you what I found. Well, if you watched my video on the free Craftsman, I guess garbage picked Craftsman weed eater or trimmer, however you want to call it, you'll know that unfortunately it doesn't work with attachments. So that left me with needing to find something else. And what I came up with, I think I also mentioned in that video, I've been on the lookout for a tiller attachment. And so went on a marketplace hunt and found this, and it took the seller about 4 days to respond back, but I got this, and he even gave me an air hose. He asked me when I was picking this up, he was like, "You want an air hose?" I'm like, "Sure." It's got a pinhole somewhere. Anyway, got all this for 40 bucks, and so I think that was a good deal. He said it hadn't been running about a year, and it looks like this is not the original straight shaft head. This is some kind of click link head. Not sure. I'm guessing, I don't know. Maybe he bought it as a tiller and then bought this, because that's definitely a Ryobi. But this is not Ryobi. It looks to be good quality, so I don't think we've got any issues there or anything. But he's like, hasn't been running about a year. He said, the carburetor may need to be cleaned. Fuel lines still look good in it. That's kind of if fuel lines look good on it, I just go ahead and throw some gas in it and try it. And fuel lines look bad, and I know it hasn't been used in a while. Typically, I will go ahead and go through and clean out the carburetor and put new gaskets in it. But since fuel lines look good, we're gonna throw some fuel in it and see if it'll start up and see how well we made out. I think, that itself, the tiller attachment itself, I would have paid 40 bucks for. And so being able to find a combo deal that gets us our straight shaft weed eater and tiller attachment for 40 bucks, I think that's a great deal, and I'm happy with it. And hopefully it'll replace this guy, which I've had problems with, and this guy, which now works good, but I can't put an attachment on it, and I want to be able to use my edger attachment. So whole reason now for getting this is because I'm tired of messing with this one. This one's not gonna do it for us, and now we can consolidate and go down to one. As long as we can get this one running, we can get rid of these two. So let's see what we got. All right, so first step, let's put some gas in it. We got pretty lucky with our free one. The only thing we had to do was adjust it. And so what do you think the odds are? Adjust the carburetor. You think the odds are this thing will work? Fuel lines look good down in the carb as well. I say down in the carb, down in the fuel tank. All right, so how many primes? 10? Yep, 10 primes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has not pumped fuel up yet, so I'm going to keep pumping. We may have any. There it goes. Now it pumped. Full choke, and ignition is on. We're going to go full throttle. Let's go half throttle or half choke now that it kind of kicked off. That's not too bad. So, you know, you can definitely tell it's been sitting, and I think the little diaphragm, you know, pumps fuel was probably either some of the passages were plugged up or that diaphragm is just a little stiff. As you saw, we were having to kind of choke it, and kind of seemed like every time we did that and went back to unchoked, you know, it run just a little bit longer till it seemed like it was going to run, you know, full throttle just fine. Now, typically, if they will kind of run like this, I like to run them a little bit before I start trying. If they'll run at all. That last one, you know, I tried running it and it just would not run, and I ended up adjusting the carburetor. Typically, I try to run them before making an adjustment and see if they'll kind of clean themselves out after running a little bit. And this one seemed to be doing that. It doesn't want to idle, and I'm looking to see, I'm not seeing any mixture adjustments on this carburetor. Do they just not have any adjustments? I don't think it does. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, real quick, I figured I better Google this before I said this was not adjustable, but I figured I'd Google it. I found a video where a guy adjusted his. It appeared to be the same weed eater that I have, and he mentioned the adjustment screw is down in the center right there. You can see, and he said it's a single D. Now, the best I can tell on mine, it looks completely smooth in there. I don't know if I've got a different model. I do have a set of these carb adjustment tools, and I had the small single D. There's a small one and a large one. This is the small one, and it just goes in there and spins. It does not catch on anything. I've tried, you know, pushing it down in different spots to see if it would lock into a slotted something, and it doesn't. So I don't know. It looks round in there to me, but it's tiny. I can't see it with my eye. I'm trying to use the zoom on the phone, and I don't know. So, you know, take a look at yours if you need to adjust yours. Luckily, this one seems to be in good shape. I'm not going to worry about it. You know, this one seems to be in adjustment. It's running good. So, like I said, I'm not going to worry about it. But if you need to adjust yours, take a look down in there and see if it looks like it's a D shape, you know, flat around with a flat on one side. And if it is, this should be your tool. What I'll probably do is, if I ever have to tear into this carburetor, I will take this completely apart and probably cut with the Dremel a little slot in that, or I can just get a little screwdriver in there and adjust it. That probably is an adjustment screw down in there. You know, the center of mine looks like it's got something. You know, it's definitely a different color in the center. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe there's some kind of a male adjustment tool that goes down in there. I don't know. But I figured I would show that in here. I came inside and started thinking about it and figured I better Google adjustment, because since I said it was not adjustable, I want to make sure I was correct on that. And it appears I'm not correct, but I don't have anything to adjust this one. So take a look at yours. Maybe this will work for yours. But yeah, at least it's running full throttle. That will allow me to actually use this thing. And I kind of have a feeling once it gets used for a while, it'll probably start idling. So not bad. All right, so it's time to use this thing. I've just noticed it does not have a handle on it. I just realized that. So I'm gonna throw the one on the pole in for now. I've got some old weed eaters at the shop. I'll probably end up grabbing one off there, but for now, I'm gonna grab the one off the pole in. So I'm gonna throw the edger attachment on real quick and use it, and then I'm gonna store it with the weed eater head back on it. So then I'll throw the weed eater head on it. We'll use it with the weed eater. it's hard to do one-handed. Works good. I think it seems to have a little more power than the Craftsman, but yeah, I may need to just adjust on the Craftsman carburetor a little bit more. And just to end this off, I took the Poland back to the shop, and we had a neighborhood garage sale, and so I threw the Craftsman in the neighborhood garage sale for 20 bucks, and it sold super quick. Just trying to pass on a good deal to someone else. I feel like it was worth more than that, but I didn't pay anything for it. 20 bucks covers the time that I had into it, and so somebody got a good, cheap weed eater out of it. So we will continue on with the Ryobi, and hopefully it serves us well. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.